This is the Siren M, and I'm here to do a reading today. And I'm doing this wonderful deck that I become so fond of, Tarot of Meditation by Yeager. And I find it really interesting. I don't have the guidebook for this, and yet I still feel like I understand every card beautifully because his art is so compelling. So, our first card today. Let's take a little gander. All right, Two of Wands. And this is just a general read, so I just wanted to get a sense of what's going on for today. Two of Wands, Page of Cups. Look at that nice little booty. He's reversed here. It's the card of self-belief. And what else do we have here? The Nine of Cups. And this is a beautiful, beautiful card as well, also reversed. And so what I want to first say is that there's no such thing as a bad draw. I mean, there isn't, but it's like situational, right? And each situation has a way of addressing what's going on. So to me, how to address what's going on is to put your best foot forward and to take into account the context, the situation. Like I like to think about astrology and moon phase and all of that. So just thinking about all, and I guess like there's also the larger world, the cosmos. There's a green comet coming tomorrow. I'm super excited. I'm obviously a fan of green. So this feels like it will be a good omen. But let's get back to this read. The Two of Wands. This is a wonderful card. This is about starting something that's going to keep going. You can actually see a little infinity symbol here. So what you put your efforts into, something that can start to sustain you and start to uplift you and start to elevate your consciousness even, and start to show you that there's so much more possible. So step by step, taking things, not tackling the whole project, not looking 50 years down the line, but looking at what is the step that I have just taken that's going to push me farther to the next level. What is this refreshing new energy that's coming into my realm? And how can I put my energy there? Because what it seems like is you're not putting your energy there. You're putting your energy into having a lack of belief in either some ability you have, or the state of the world being able to support you, or even just lack of belief in the concept of flow and how to connect to it. Like you don't really understand your relationship with flow, maybe. So I feel like this is monetary. The cups coming in here is also an emotional component as well, but I'm reading abundance. Like I'm reading that you're feeling a lot of emotions around not having enough abundance. And it's not that you don't feel grateful for what you have. It's much more that you're fearing lack. And you might be getting a lot of messages around that. So I would say be really careful right now what you take in. Your mind is a sort of a sacred vessel. And sometimes you need to clear it out, empty it out, get rid of the junk, get rid of the accumulation that is the negative messaging that's going to tell you you're limited, you're not enough, you can't take on, you can't handle XYZ, blah, blah, blah. You need to conform, you need to normify, you need to scale back, you need to not dream so big. Like whatever message is dampening your spirit, because I get there's a lot here that is wanting you to rise and overcome this. So really today is about learning, how does our lack of self-belief come into play? How does that limit our perception of what's possible? And then by limiting that perception, how do we then proceed to make that our reality? How do we then see like, oh, like I applied for a job, I didn't hear back in a day, clearly they don't want to hire me. So since they don't want to hire me, screw them, I'm gonna, let's say it's a retail store, I'm gonna go in the store and I'm just gonna like steal something. right? Just to be a dick. I don't know. I don't know people who really do this, but just to say like you were really just like in this place of like nothing's ever gonna work out for me, like taking it as negative as you can go. Nothing's ever gonna work out for me, so why shouldn't I just take what I want? And then 3 days later you find out, oh hey, we were gonna hire you, but we actually saw on our video footage that you took this designer bag home with you. Was that an accident? um, yeah, call us back. So then you might feel really, really bad and like, oh, they didn't even like call the cops. They just wanted me to return the bag. That's really sweet. But now I'm gonna feel really guilty and weird about this relationship. It started off on a really bad foot. So, I mean, I was a teenager once. Okay, we all shoplifted when we were 14. I'm just saying. But I just want you to know that your story, however, whatever negativity you're spinning around this, you don't need to invest in that story because there's a better story waiting for you. It's so much more real because it's what you're creating. When you're living into what you're creating, that's when your passion and your aliveness and your energy, your soul and your heart and your being all that's all starting to align, right? So you can align in that way. And when you're aligning in that way, you're so powerful. And I may have mentioned this in previous videos, but I just want you to know that this is real and I've lived it. So I want you to just suspend your belief that bad things, what is it, Murphy's Law, if you buy into Murphy's Law. I'm not saying you have to buy into my whole mantra or whatever. I'm just saying you don't have to buy into Murphy's Law so hard. Right? You don't have to be so hard on yourself. You don't have to tell yourself these negative stories because maybe you think it'll motivate you. Maybe you think it will push you out of this kind of like washy, dreamy, lazy state. But actually, anytime you're not feeling motivated and connected to your passion, it's because it's not feeling real for you. Your hope is not yet solidified. So solidify that hope in a little bit of groundwork and a little bit of action and a little bit of intention setting as well. So the moon phase is interesting. It's like fading right now. There's a comet coming. I want you to try to like do your best to embrace a sense of deprogramming. Like, right, I don't have to reprogram today. I don't have to like put in all the good stuff because I'm not maybe ready to hear it. But maybe I can start to let those negative narratives go and let them just kind of drift off into the ether and see what really is possible. And maybe my attachment to these negative narratives is why they keep persisting. Maybe somehow I'm trying to learn this lesson. My spirit is trying to learn this lesson. And maybe if I can release this lesson a little bit in just presence and stillness and quietude and not having to fill that suddenly with worry, like maybe space can just be space and I can just be open to it and I can be open to the unknown because change is inevitable and that's part of flow, and flow is part of abundance, and abundance is part of my manifest destiny. And I'm not talking about new cars or shoes, I'm just talking about living into what beauty you want in your world. Like maybe you want to travel, maybe you want to embrace um, a friend who lives far away and you want to go visit them. I'm getting a sense of something far away pulling you. Like it's either a big vision, a grand dream that feels like so big that it's almost like too much to hope for, or a very far away place that feels like it's too far to travel to. I need you to just notice what's in that sense of too bigness. Is there really something there, or is it really just space that you're filling with a meaning, and the meaning is turning into this too bigness? So maybe it's just space, and maybe it's just getting really comfortable with space, expanding your horizon and your sense of boundary with the unknown. Can I bring the unknown a little closer? Can I invite it to come and just like settle in my heart a little bit? Can I open to that space and like trust in the universe a little more today? Because I believe that you can. Thank you for tuning into this reading. This was a wonderful delight and pleasure. I'm so grateful anytime you tune in. Really, it means just something really special to my heart. It's something really meaningful because I'm just starting to put my messages out there. I know I have a channel that's worth sharing. So please share if you enjoyed this. Please comment. It really lifts me up, lets me know you enjoyed it. It lets others know that you enjoyed it, and that helps grow the channel. And this is my intention, to grow this channel and to share this message with more and more people. And I hope this lifts you up, delights you, enlivens you, and blesses your whole being. And may this blessing just surround you today and comfort you. And enjoy the space.